Hey guys, Greg Medford of Medford Knife and MKT USA. What's going on? Amy and I are down here. What is it, Saturday?
Yeah,
it's the eve of Christmas Eve. We're getting ready to actually head home and do some stuff. I'm gonna head out and do a little work for Santa Claus, and I was sharpening some knives for Amy and doing some inspections on things for a last little bit of a few items we could get out of here. So we have this new finish, and we're calling it Abalone. I don't even want to tell you guys what it is, because it's so cool, and I don't want everyone to be able to do it, because it's so unique and so cool. So it's the little things sometimes. So this is stuff going to James out at Action Concepts. And Amy, why don't you pan down and let's take... Oh, you know what's funny is, just as an interesting side note, I just saw this thing on the news. Typical mainstream elite media liberal ding-dongs. They were going to do this expose on how the tax cuts really won't help middle Americans. So they picked somebody, a single mom with a couple kids, and they picked a couple who were college teachers who had a bunch of college debt from their mildly useful degrees. And then they picked another group from out in California that was making over $300 grand a year and had a little business and some other stuff. And they went through, and the taxes were like, they saved like, you know, $1,300 or $1,500, and then it was like $600 or $1,000 somewhere in there, and then the third one was $13,500, and nobody knew what to say. I just thought it was so funny because, you know, I've been following the tax bill as it's been working its way through, as it worked its way through the House, as it worked its way through the Senate, and then when it went to joint committee, I really started looking at the details of it, and I just said, man, this is a win-win for everybody. I don't know how this is bad. So I've been listening to the news for the last few months, and of course it's just the end of days, cats and dogs, just the end of days. It's the great government, the great GOP robbery. And then I see these Americans who've been lied to by the media, who clearly are, you know, voting for the left. I mean, and then they don't know what to say. And it's funny to see the look on people's faces when there's the disconnect between your belief system and reality. I like seeing those two things clash with each other. It's just kind of fun. That was my little thing for the day. So anyways, back to the James Marsh Action Concepts video. So these are hard to make. They're time consuming. It's not something we're going to ever mass produce or anything like that, but when you get them while you can, because we got rid of the Vulcan finish because it was too hard to do and too inconsistent. And we've gotten rid of other things that have been too hard to do and too inconsistent, like flat OD green. It takes an hour to do, and it's inconsistent. It takes an hour to do. I want to repeat that. To do one handle, it takes an hour. That's why we're not offering it. So let me poke your nose down here. Come on, Ames, for a quick look. We've got a really cool barung. Such a cool little karambit or utility knife. Just awesome how this has come together. The lines on it. It's got a reversible clip for either forward or back pocket carry. Just a lovely, lovely knife. Titanium spring, titanium frames, NP3 coated hardened back strap, and then of course an S35 VN tumbled stonewash blade on this. Really, really cool knife. Got a MIDI Marauder here, you guys. This is one of my favorite knives. Now, I'm not carrying a knife at the moment because I was just sharpening, and I hate getting the abrasive grit on my pocket knife because I stand right here like this, and it goes right in my pocket. This is one of my favorite knives. I carry this a lot. So I took the classic, if there is such thing as a Greg Medford classic, I took our classic Marauder. I shrunk it down to the mid-size version. I gave it the 1/8/7, you know, the 3/16 slab dimensions. And there's just something lovely about this knife. This knife's in CPM 3V. It's got a Vulcan finish on it. A lovely ass swing, minimal hardware. Just a lovely, lovely, lovely knife with a nice custom clip. And I really like these slender pocket clips on here. They work really well. It's a nice one-hand knife in every sense of the word. Cool knife. To the Praetorians, we've got stainless PVD, stainless PVD stonewash. S35 VN, stonewash, S35 VN, dark, very cool. This is a really cool knife. It's got purples and stuff coming out of the blade. This is a S35 VN Vulcan and an S35 VN Vulcan that's kind of a little more plain. And then let me talk about these. These all have our new Abalone finish. We've seen it probably a couple of times. I don't know how that shows in the light.
Really nicely.
Fantastic. We don't have fantastic It's got like an impressionistic water lilies or a little bit of Monet in the ponds kind of look to it. It also has that like a abalone shell shimmering in the light, or maybe like oil on a dark pond, a little oil on the surface of the water. They're a very beautiful iridescent look to them. So these are kind of an iridescent PVD blade, all with lanyard holes. PVD breaker, I mean, all with lanyard holes is a new PVD version that I got spurred to do this by Josh, one of the big knife collectors out there, and Josh from Wild Zora. And I put that on, and we liked it so much I just kept it. These are all in stainless hardware. Stainless hardware with opposing tumbled tie clip, stainless hardware. You can see the blade configurations. Really, really nice. I just sharpened these, and they're fucking creepy sharp. We've got a Fat Daddy here that's got a kind of leopard spot flame on it that goes pretty nicely with the way the Vulcan finish came out on this S35VN blade. Just a big, cool knife that you can't order from us anymore. So this is kind of one of the, that's kind of close to the end of an era. And then we've got this 187F, which is just a fantastic little knife. It's one of the best bangs for the buck in the American handmade knife world. So, cool bunch of stuff headed out to Action Concepts. So, you could actually call up James, I imagine today or tomorrow, and reserve one of these knives. And maybe you wouldn't have it Christmas Day, but you have it Christmas week, which is kind of a rare thing. So, kind of fluky. That's the way it goes. Down here on a Saturday trying to just tie up a few more loose ends before we take a couple days off for the holiday. We will see you guys again Tuesday. Listen, I'm not Jewish. I'm sure you all had 8 crazy nights and it was awesome. But it's Christmas coming up. It's not Rama whatever. It's not Kwanzaa. It's not anything else. It is straight up Christmas. It's not Happy Holidays. I'm almost insulted by people who say Happy Holidays. They say Happy Holidays, and I go, fuck you. Fuck you very much. I'm hostile to anybody who's hostile to my country. And if you're hostile to the people who formed and built this country and the value system that they brought with them and has developed over the last two centuries, go suck it. So that's my holiday cheer to everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. From one pagan to all of you out there, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.